Alright, we're live, and so anyhow, daytime session. So again, I'm just uploading stuff to YouTube, and we're live here in Haunted Hunter's Cabin. And how is everybody doing today? So again, it is daytime, so I am open to take invites and that. So like I said, when we go to our evening Haunted Hunter's Cabin, haunted fireplace, at night, or night shows, we do not take invites and that kind of thing. But we will have a special night for those and that kind of stuff. H-A. Anyhow, up to Halloween night. And then I would just gotta get added something to some of this to Twitch as well, and that. Oh, the computer clicking. So anyhow, while I'm doing this, it is taking its time to go through. Ah, there we go. And we're gonna put Haunted Hunter's Cabin, Haunted House, live. Ooh, scary masks. Okay, so we got that, and I'm just in the process of getting this last one labeled, and then I gotta go back all the way to Facebook because a new memory came through that I have to add in here. One of my old videos. So also basically too, guys, you can catch some of my old videos from last year's Haunted Hunter's Cabin that are being mixed and mingled in with this year's. So as this year's is being done, so they're all kind of being put together and going on Twitch and YouTube. And so anyhow, again, we're gonna go Haunted House live. And we're gonna save the changes to that one. Go back up to the top, see if I didn't miss anything, and with the editing part, editing and publishing. So I can show all of 29. Okay, cool. So again, we're going to go out of there for now. And that's new. Too many blogs. I'll go back this way. Gotta go back. Always gotta go back for one, so that I can add that in. Okay, that is going to ding. Being a ding thing. So again, we just wait to see if there's any followers today. Usually some days we have like maybe only one follower, or some days we have like 12 or 60. Varies every day. Oh, I'm live. I can download that while I'm at it. And so while I see myself live, I'm probably going to download myself too. And so anyhow, so again, I'm just going to get that same video. And again, I'm just going to get that to download. No, they won't let me download yet because I'm live. Okay, I'll have to wait. And so that one I'll have to wait till later. And we'll get this one anyways, this other one. Again, some of these guys are from last year, and that. So again, they're all being mixed in. All the Jokers on Haunted Hunter's Cabin videos are all being mixed in. So, and that kind of thing. So that way it. Cool. There's all my videos. And that. So again, we're gonna put that one down, and that kind of thing. Customize that one. So, and I always customize that all my videos, so that way you can see them. They still go public, but it is quite different. And oh, this is the other one. Okay, so come on. So as we're getting those in, as I'm on live, I cannot take FaceTime because it's just gonna freeze me. So again, we got that in. So again, we'll go back out of that one because that is in. And I don't think there is. Any more, I think. I think we already got all last night's already in. But I will double check that at a later date. And so anyhow, we're gonna go back to YouTube. Then from YouTube, then we move over to Twitch. So again, I will log into Twitch after YouTube. And go upload. and we're going to go here, and we're gonna see if those other two have come in, or other three at least. Oh, that's going quick. I guess if you do more than one, it freezes. Oh, it says that other one was already in. So I guess we're down to one. Okay, so it says they're already in, so we're gonna go to, again, we're making our way to Twitch. So again, we're gonna go to dashboard. This is the fun part, because then we get to go to the dashboard TV, Twitch TV. Then I gotta go back, and then I gotta clear the file. Video file. So again, I go to video producer. I'll get to that. So I am interested in that one. And we are going to go select all. And we're going to upload. So she is uploading to Twitchy TV. Now I was just seeing if anything is coming in. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Sometimes it takes people a while to come in and that kind of stuff too, because it's still daytime and that. So it's like only like we're still looking at like a couple like during the daytime still, even though it's like a little after 3 and that kind of stuff as well. How to open. Okay, it says we lost 15 files, but that is okay. I don't think they're my good ones. But again, we got Some of them going up to Twitch now. YouTube, I think they're all. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, my main computer here is kind of. Kind of freezing a bit. So you guys can see behind me. Yeah. Haunted house setup. So you guys, it's really spooky in the dark, mind you. Okay, so they're starting to come in, so we're getting some kind of good new video feeds coming in. So again, we're gonna let that come in and move that to a side, and that. So maybe Halloween, guys, we're going to have a little fun with one of the Halloween replicants. We're going to get out the Monopoly money. We're going to have fun with that. And probably, I don't know, it's supposed to be a spooky night for the haunted house, but I think it's going to turn into more of a comedy than anything like last night. I hope it is a little, we keep it a little bit spooky level as well. So that's what I said. Halloween night, guys, in the live haunted Hunter's Cabin is going to be the big closeout. It is going to be the big and that's going to finally end Hunter's Cabin. So these Hunter's Cabin shows will be done out of Halloween night and be completed. So next year will be all spiritual communications. And basically, because that night, because I'm going to have a certain replicant out, my cat is going to be set up in his nice room, very comfortable that night, and that kind of thing too. So we may not, for the first half of it, we will show you the cabin, the dark cabin room. It'll be temporarily dolled up in some areas, and then it'll be closed off for the rest of the night when the other replicant comes out. And so again, we're gonna take those out because they go to the end. Again, deck of cards, guys. We're gonna shuffle them up. Okay, so it's shuffled. Maybe today we'll be fortunate enough to get those maybe we'll get those 3 6s today in the Haunted Hunter's Cabin card flip. So hopefully we'll get those 3 6s. Crossing our fingers that one of these days between now And Halloween night, guys, we're gonna hit the big 666. It'll be funny if we don't hit it till October 30th or 31st, and we hit that big 66 on the deck. 3 sixes in a row, or end up with a satanical flush. That'd be very cool. So they're shuffled, and we're gonna see what happens as we flip. Never know with a deck of cards what's gonna happen. So you guys can see. So again, we've got 5 of clubs. So again, you guys can see that way. There's the pile. And I'm going to put that down there, so we're going to move that over. And that. We got the Queen of Clubs. 7. The luck excuse me. The lucky 7 for the last 2 times has broken the third 6. Hope that does not happen today. And so we got 7 of spades. We have 7 of diamonds. We have, oh, here we go. We're starting with 6, number 1. We've got 6 of hearts. A breaker. We were afraid that was going to be another 6. Again, if it's if we got 2 6s, then we're close to getting 3 6s in a row, which is the big 66 is the mark of the beast. So far, we've broken the second 6. So we've got 8 of diamonds, 3 of clubs. We have 8 of hearts. We have Jack of clubs. We have Ace of diamonds. We have 4 clubs. We have 10 of hearts. We have 9 of hearts. We have Queen of diamonds. We have 9 of spades. We have 10 of diamonds. We have 3 of spades. We have 6 of diamonds. We have King of diamonds. We have 8 of clubs. We have Ace of spades. We have 5 of diamonds. We have 4 diamonds. We know whose favorite card this is, but we won't say. The Jack of spades, the devil. And definitely not mine. That's okay. And Jack of diamonds. King of hearts. We have Ace of clubs. We got King of clubs. And we have, let's see if anything's starting to come through yet. Nope, not yet. We have King of spades. I still yet got to see that. I got to watch that Black Panther on Netflix. I've never seen that movie yet, and that, so it's on Netflix now. But I will watch it later before we get into tonight's sessions. So again, I let you know, guys, tonight's sessions there will be no invites. So again, I won't accept any invites tonight with the Haunted Fireplace. Haunted Hunter's Cabin Fireplace, because it's, again, we're now focusing all the way up to Halloween night. But after Halloween, when we get into the Christmas shows, we'll take all invites. We like any of the night shows or day shows. It's just Halloween ones. We don't accept any invites at night. Just during the day. So, and so anyhow, we have 5 of hearts, and we have 8 of spades. We have 2 of diamonds. We have 5 of spades. We have 2 of spades. We have 10 of spades. And we have 4 hearts. We have 2 of hearts. 6 of spades. 3 of hearts. We've got Jack of hearts. We have 6 of clubs. We have a 7 of hearts. We have Queen of spades. 2 clubs. Queen of hearts. 7 of clubs. 3 of diamonds. 10 of clubs. 9 of diamonds. Ace of hearts. 4 of spades. 9 of clubs. So that kind of what that does is that leaves us down, so you guys can see, 9 of clubs. So that there leaves us with 2 last cards. And so again, we'll keep the social going a bit because we're not ready for the last 2 cards yet. The last 2 cards, guys, is our actual main symbol marker. So, and that's for Haunted Hunter's Cabin and for Jokers on Duty. So that is what you call a total flip out. So again, we're keeping open before tonight's shows, and long day for me. Wednesday morning is always a long day for me because I get up very early in the morning and then I work at the dentist office here from usually 8. Well, lately I've been getting home at 9 because there hasn't been a lot of work to do. So by the time I get all my stuff done, but normally my shift goes till 10. But if there's nothing else to do, then I'm cleared out at 9 or 9:30. So, it's 1 day a week, only a 2-hour shift, so not bad. And so we're gonna see what is coming in. Again, we're still sitting on. We're still waiting on dashboard Twitch TV. It is finally sending me a notice on how to go actually live on Twitch. I got to figure this out. I might actually have to buy the program. Means I may have to actually pay for Prime. So, some months when I can afford it, I probably will register to pay for the Prime. Excuse me, so I can use it. So I can actually finally go live on Twitch, starting in November. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool Christmas present for me anyways. So that way I'll be able to fold out. So that way I'll be able to load in the full program software and that kind of thing, and get the full program, everything from the whole Prime program. Buy into it. So, because it's a newer program, but to use the live stream, I think we have to buy into it. I'm not sure how deep Twitch works when you go deeper. I know it's a little bit like Facebook, but and set it up, and I know it is totally set it up kind of different, and that too. So Also, too, guys. Again, all my shows are going on Twitch, Dashboard Twitch TV. And anybody who does, anybody that has Facebook and you guys want to go to, want to follow me on Twitch and don't have a Twitch account, all you have to do is, there's the basic Twitch account. Basically, where you fill out your profile and that kind of thing. It's like Facebook. The basic one is free, and you can go on and you can actually you can follow people. You can watch their different video postages that they do. Now I take all my live streams and I download my live streams as I do them, and then I post them on YouTube, and I also post them on Dashboard Twitch TV, so you can follow them. So if you want to follow my shows, you can follow them, and you can follow me at Gypsy Rover 56 on Twitch, and that kind of stuff too. And so if Relic the Clown wants to follow my haunted houses, feel free to. The Relic Army, just go to Gypsy Rover 56, and I think he's already a friend on my friends list on Twitch. And the more friends I get on Twitch, guys, it makes your Twitch account a lot stronger. And so send me a friend's request on Twitch, and I will confirm those. And that kind of stuff as well. So you can follow me on Twitch now as well. And that. So that way it is. So you can watch my shows on Twitch and YouTube. Instagram, I'm just slowly trying to, Instagram I have not linked yet. I do have Instagram as well, and Twitter. I have not linked those all to Facebook yet. Again, I gotta figure out how to link those services to Facebook, but if I can get all my services linked to Facebook, then all my shows are spread out, so that way it is reaching out to everybody. And so that's wants to follow Haunted Hunter's Cabin. And even though when it's over this year, guys, so next Halloween, guys, if you want to still follow, watch the replays of Haunted Hunter's Cabin, they'll be always up on YouTube and Twitch. You can watch them years after years, and if you get the kick and enjoying them. And so again, next year will not be Haunted Hunter's Cabin, because Hunter's Cabin will be finally completed this year. So next year will be just spiritual. For Halloween next year, it's just going to be spiritual communications. So again, we're going to have a bit of a what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of a mockery casino night. I think that's what we're going to do Halloween night. It's going to be also on the spooky side, but you're going to see all these dummies out here bidding on the spirits with Monopoly money. So be prepared, because that is going to be very, 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 very cool. So again, we're going to have like a bit of a Halloween casino night. Also too, while we are close, guys, Celtic Thunder is pulling into Ontario, Canada, to Aurelia, Ontario, and they're going to be at Casino-Rama on October the 5th. And I'm not sure what time their show time is, but if you would like some information on where you can buy their tickets, you need to go to Celtic Thunder's website, and you can look them up on Facebook as well, or you can call Casino-Rama in Aurelia, find out how much their tickets are for families to get in and out if you're into those kind of music. And their show, I guess, is going to be a big sellout, and always is. The guys are coming all the way in from northern Dublin to Belfast, Ireland. So they're on world tour. So I've been trying to talk my wife into buying me tickets. She won't do it. And I even got a birthday coming up on the 6th. But they're playing on the 5th at Casino-Rama of October. So, and I've never ever been to any other live concerts ever in my life. I've followed them on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys on Facebook and that kind of thing just by by following their live streams on Facebook, and like Keith Harkins and all them. And by following their streams, mingling in and following them on Facebook and that, and Instagram, watching their music videos on YouTube. But I've never ever been to a live concert. But I took my wife. Spent $250 on wrestling tickets to take her to the WWE Monday Night Raw in Peterborough before we moved out of Peterborough. And to take her to a live wrestling match. And yet, she got a $200.50 tickets for us to go see wrestling, but she couldn't buy me a friggin' Celtic Thunder ticket, concert ticket. Oh, I got stoofed in the deal on that one. But that is the price you pay when you're married to an Indian. I have to grant that. I can honestly say that. You ever hear the expression Indian giver? Again, I'm just using that as an expression, and that means they can they'll gladly receive, but they don't give, or they give or they take back. That's if you ever look it up in the dictionary, that's what the definition of an Indian giver is. Almost like being more of like an Indian Jew of some kind. But yeah, so but the guys sound great. They sing great. They sing all your old Celtic favorites from all the old Irish songs up to a new Beta style of songs, to pop music, to rock country. Again, they have I guess they have a pretty good gospel set too. I don't get into much into the gospel set except for the Christmas set. They're good at the Christmas set, but they do have their traditional Irish set. They have their traditional that they sing. They have their newer modern today songs they sing, or 1950 songs. Like, they have a whole cool mixture package. I can't wait till they start singing stuff from Johnny Cash. I gotta hear the Celtic Thunder boys sing that stuff. I don't know if they're already starting to sing it yet. Or stuff from Tommy Hunter to Tommy Jones, to Tom Jones, to all these different artists, that's out there. So again, they have a pretty cool singing package when they perform, and those guys sound really good. Even on watching them on YouTube videos, they sound very good. And also, too, guys, they are going live too from Casino-Rama, so they're gonna go live on Facebook at the same time as they're going to be performing at Casino-Rama here in Ontario. So again, that's that is kind of gives you an update on which way they're traveling. And I always keep update with when they travel, because what I did was I signed up for their newsletter on Facebook, and so they update you every time on Facebook where they're going to be, and where they're performing, and where the road's taking them, and they go different places. So again, it is. So again, that giving you some of the updates on what's new to Ontario. I think they've been through here before. I don't know if this is their first time coming on World Tour into Ontario, Canada. Some people say it is their first time, and they've never been here this direction before. But they might have. But if they haven't, basically, I'm just welcoming them to Canada, Ontario, and I hope those guys do good. And that kind of stuff too. Also too, you can go on their website. They probably have a wonderful gift shop on website that you can order stuff from. Sometime in the future, I may actually do another Amazon order. I may go on an order and may order a T-shirt from them. Might buy a T-shirt from them, and might buy a CD from them. Because I really love their music. I think it is really cool stuff. So they got, again, a mixture of good albums and that kind of stuff as well. And as being as young as they are, and that, so I always remember their head lead singer, but he I guess years ago he passed away with cancer. But he was a really good singer, George Donaldson. He was a really good singer. I see a lot of him, a lot of his old videos on YouTube, again. But he was always good. He always drawed a crowd, especially the ones with Keith Harkins in them. I loved those ones. Again, loved watching those ones. I thought they were really cool, and that kind of stuff as well. So again, I'm going to check up on my load-ins here, see if any's come through yet. Yeah, one's come through, and So last year for Haunted Hunter's Cabin, guys, and yeah, it's a bit of a boo-hoo because I know all the horror movie fans are loving it. But again, next year's Halloween we're gonna have something different going. Again, we're gonna go into what you call next year fully. We're gonna go into spiritual communications. Now, they're being right now. So I know there's been a lot of there's a lot of superstition, and there probably is truth. I'm not saying if anybody's right or wrong, or I know because a lot of people have had spiritual close encounters. I know I have when I was a kid at Camp Northern Lights with Haunted Hunter's Cabin, and that kind of stuff with the two twin headless headhunters of Hunter's Cabin, Ian and Ivan, the one guy being a witch or whatever, and hearing the sounds in the woods after hearing the good old spooky tale campfire legend, and this kid made me wet my sleeping bag 25 times. Was regularly the time. So again, but a lot of the what you call a lot of, again, to everybody has their theories on them, and I'm not saying they're right or the wrong theories. Everybody has their superstitions. We can't say if the outcome of it all is if there's truth or not to it. No matter, and so we can't put a judgment on it. But I do know with spirit boards, they are being tested right now. So what is happening is people like Nick are draining the energy out of them. Spiritual forces and energy, we're trying to weaken the energy out of them. And so scientifically, by 3 years' time from now, after all the energy is totally drained from them, there is a possibility that they may make a big comeback, and that way it'll be that the phobia, the fearness of it will be broken of it. I know there's a lot of things a lot of people will not get over if they've had any close encounters or spiritual experience from them. We can't say if it's true or if it's not true. That's why they're being tested. So also too, it is he's testing his, I'm testing mine. So again, by directing energy into a doll or into weakening the manipulative force of energy out of it. That's all it basically controls it. It is not. A lot of people get confused because a lot of it is a lot of the aberrations all they are is a source of force of energy that human beings create. That spiritually human beings have spiritual personalities. So again, if you're a spiritual type person, so again, it is basically a source of energy more so than anything that causes the hallucinations, that causes the sightings and everything else like that. Or you hear of stories of people killing people. Again, it is not the board that is killing people. It is the individual themselves choosing to do it because they've got so much anger towards somebody else. But at the same time, because of the fact that they use one of those, if the person before they did it used one of those, automatically it is the item that gets blamed. But usually it is the person's free will or the person themselves that chose to do that. So again, it is there is a lot of things, and that the fact that there's a myth that they move on their own, and there's a myth they don't. Normally, it is a human being, that source of inner spiritual energy, that is actually moving the plunge out of themselves. so to actually do a full reading on them, you do actually have to move it with your hands. So that is why they're being tested to see if they're really moving on their own, or if it is just the person that is using it that is doing the movement of it. So there's a big possibility that some people believe that it moves on its own. Some people believe, majority others just believe it is the individual themselves actually pushing it around on the board. So again, that's why again they're testing the energy waves of it, and spiritual science to it. So again, so by doing that, they're putting gadgets on it, like dolls and that kind of stuff, to kind of drain and lower the source of energy. Because if they lower this, if we have the ability to lower and manipulate the spiritual energy of it, then the weaker the energy. If we weaken the energy, it gets the more it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. Then, and we can totally drain the energy out of these things, then they will be pretty much safe in the future to use. So that way it is. That way they will not be. So I guess they won't be won't be harmful. We're not saying that yes, in the past there's been what you call people have witnessed things happening and that kind of thing. Also, usually what causes that, I did a research and I was reading up on what was it on Google. You can Google it. There was a video of a crew using one, and how they actually broke the rules. This is where they broke the rules, because rules does say that you're not supposed to use them in hospitals, graveyards, or use any human specimens of organs. Well, for decades, the reason why they've been so powerful, or so spiritually powerful, and being able to be harmful to people, is because people have, back in the 60s, teenagers used to somehow get their hands on, used to do human sacrifice on them. Means they actually would murder their friends, would commit suicide before using one, and would take specimens like their brain, pieces of hair, anything from the human body that they can clone a human with, or human organs, and cut out the person's brain, and re-energize it through the spirit board. Yes, that there I can see it causing a spiritual apparition when you do stuff like that. That's basically how that myth, or how that horror story of it, or legend, got started about those things, or people claiming that the reason why the energy force started in them to begin with, because of the stupid crap the teenagers used to pull in the 60s. I know my sister used to tell me all these stories. Even my own, my dad's brother, he's still around, he has his own band. He'll even tell you some of the stupid shit stories, or specimens they used to create an apparition. And because they used human liquid, like human urine, or human organs, like a human heart, an actual human heart, human brain, a specimen of fingernail. Yeah, anything that comes off of a human, like organs or limbs or whatever, yes, will generate that. And that, so again, it is what people were doing to cause it to have the reputation it had, or the superstition it has today. So, and that kind of thing. A lot of people did not actually understand the actual, or actually look into what people used to do for it to do what it does. And that kind of thing. So that's why, if you actually read in the rules, it does say that you do not use in hospitals where they have human organs like that, or where people may be sick or dying, and that kind of stuff. So again, it does not feed off that energy. So it goes by the energy you put into it. So again, like I said, so basically it only feeds off of human spiritual energy. Same with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you look at the symbols on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards itself, like even the regular deck cards, even though they're in English, again, at one time, the numbers on a regular deck of cards, all deck of cards were printed from those spirit boards. All Yu-Gi-Oh cards are printed from them as well. And if you look at the symbols on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards itself, they are tarot card symbols. So if you actually buy a pack of tarot cards, and you compare it with a Yu-Gi-Oh card, the symbols on a Yu-Gi-Oh card are the same symbols you're using on tarot cards and have for years. So the tarot card symbols are going on Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but in a different illustration of dragons, knights, whatever, or god cards, Egyptian god cards, whatever you want to call them, pyramids, all CNI, or even all Freemason symbols that you see in Freemason lodges, around Freemason lodges, if you're a Freemason or you're related to a Freemason, like my grandfather was a Freemason. They all CNI under God, of God, the Egyptian temple, the Knights Templar symbols. All of them are all what you call all represent a different symbol on a tarot card, and that kind of stuff too. So again, that's where a lot of that history comes from, and superstition comes from as well. And so again, like I said, it is. I just kind of, and also too, they also I have a black cat as well, and even black cats are known to be superstition too, because they're always known to be the devil's cat or the witch's cat, or there's vampire around. Oh, I spelled hunters wrong. So again, that is like I said, everybody has their own theories, and that's about urban legends and that kind of stuff as well. Oh, I spelled live wrong. So yeah, so over the past years, guys, they have. So again, back in the early, now going back when my parents were kids. Now my mother has been passed on before I even got mine. Um, she died of Huntington's disease, but she always used to say when I was living at home when I was a kid growing up, she used to say back in the '60s, teenagers used to use human organs to actually to feed the energy into them, spiritual energy into them, so that way they'd be so empowered because they thought it was so cool, and that kind of stuff. So they were using human specimens, or they were digging up human specimens out of the graveyards, like bones and that kind of stuff like that, and using them and linking them spiritually to them. So that's why they've always had the superstition, historical history behind them, um, and that kind of stuff. Because of what teenagers used to do in the '60s, they used to do a lot. They weren't like teenagers today. Yeah, teenagers today, and I was a teenager. I did a lot of stupid, crazy crap. But like I said, teenagers back then did a lot of stupid shit back in the '60s. Even my dad will tell you that one, and my uncle Terry, he'll tell you that one too, because they were teenagers in the '60s, and they'll tell you how half the crap like that they remember doing, because they thought it was cool or whatever, or they would actually slit their wrist, and their own wrist, and they would actually drain their own blood and physical human blood to use with those things. So so technically the rules were broken. So that's what empowered them and spiritually over decades. Even if you go right back to the early 1800s, back in the witchcraft days when it was legal, they were doing the same thing back then, and that kind of stuff back to the time of King James. And he wrote a book, King James himself, the guy that was supposed to be known to be a prophet of Christ, wrote a book on demonology. And he, back in the early 1800s, he was the man that was behind all the what you call all the witch trials and that kind of stuff like that actually caused a lot of negativity, racism, hate, towards somebody who was a different skin of it. If somebody spoke a different language, or looked or had skin was a different color, they were automatically accused of being witches because of the fact of their skin color or because of the language they speak. Back those days, it didn't go by a nationality, or it wasn't a nationality they were looking at. They just accused them because their skin color was different or they spoke a different language. To them, they were speaking devil language. According to history, back the early days, Christians were not Christians. Christians were evil. Christian people back those days were very early. They're probably not like that today, but back those early days, they were evil. I can basically say that clearly on here. They were evil motherfuckers. I tell you. So, according to history, they looked at the Christian church as being the real witches, not the ones that were being accused. It was the real townspeople or the followers of King James himself. That were the real evildoers, and that kind of stuff. And so again, if you guys, like I said, I like studying history for a hobby, and you'd be surprised now we've got internet generation. You see when they puzzle it, or they do like a historical ancestry, or do what you call a historical, one of those historical history researchers, you'd be surprised what you learn. A history behind everything. So I mean, it is it is just one again. It's another theory. It's another myth. And that kind of stuff like that. So again, it is all like part of history and that kind of stuff as well. And that, because that is a little Halloween, a little bit of a Halloween, what you call a Halloween input history for you. How about haunted house? But yeah, but even today, nowadays people do buy. Now there's a lot of horror movie fans now that do buy them to collect them. And there's also too, if you go to the big city psychic fairs, you're going to see them out on every table. Even the psychic fairs are selling them and that kind of thing. They have vendors that do sell them and that kind of thing for horror movie fan collectors that do collect into collecting, that kind of thing as well. But again, like I said, you're gonna today there is still a lot of superstition over them because of what teenagers used to do back in the early days. Some of the just because of stupid shit teenagers did back in the early days, or 1900s, or even back in the 1960s. Kind of ruined the reputation of it all. But it left the mark, or left a superstition mark, and that kind of stuff as well, which has been declared historically legend marked. And so anyhow, I just wanted to kind of share a little bit on that. History, like basically you can pretty much say is that even the book you see in Ghostbusters, the Urban Spirit Guide, or whatever they go on about, is probably way worse than that. I don't know what could be worse. They're all the same level. But again, there's a bit of a humor there for you, and that kind of thing. So again, I just wanted to put a bit of a humor and that kind of stuff to that again. But again, there's gonna be some nights too. Like I said, we are gonna have a little bit of a spooky hour to it. Again, we'll go all the way every night up to Halloween night now. Since we're getting into October, we're getting in what we call the Halloween month, and we're getting again, we go all the way to the 31st of October. And so again, Hunter's Cabin is finally completed. Shows are completed 31st of Halloween night, and it's gonna have the big twist. So again, we're gonna have one big spiritual casino in here, Mockery Casino. We can't have a real one in here. So again, it is it's just monopoly money. It's not real money. We cannot sit here and come live with real money and run real casino games on here. We're not allowed to do that with real money. As we are allowed to have the board games with just monopoly money, that is fine. as long as it is not gambling real money, because then it does hit a very touchy department. Then it once you start pulling out real money on here, then it is considered gambling. If it is if it is just the board games and what you call money from the Monopoly game, it's not gambling. Looks like it ain't. Because you cannot walk into a casino with Monopoly money. Well, never know today, because they got what you call casino coins, and it's Monopoly money because you can't spend it in a store. So they consider it as Monopoly money. But again, that is totally different, guys, compared to what we're doing. So again, this is just to set up haunted house and that kind of thing, to kind of give you a good scare for Halloween, and so again, we're just gonna punch those in. So again, I'm setting it all up on Twitch. Oh, made a boo-boo. So anyhow, we're down to our last two cards. And I'm going to pull those. And we're going to publish that. And so anyhow, I'm going to finish up and get everything up onto Twitch TV. And so again, guys, we are officially down to two cards. So can anybody guess what those two cards is before we close out for today's session? See, we got 1 and 2. So anyways, I hope thank everybody for joining us. We're live here in Haunted Hunter's Cabin, live. Cabin 13, Haunted Halloween Theater. And we'll catch you tonight for the Haunted Hunter's Cabin, Haunted Fireplace. And anyhow, this was your Jokers on Duty, live from Haunted Hunter's Cabin. Have a great night, guys. Bye.